There was a time in Nigeria when a man could walk freely, sleep in his house, eat food, yet his life was completely destroyed. No chains, no prison walls, no policemen, just silence. No one greeted him. No one sold food to him. Children were warned to avoid him. Even his shadow felt unwanted. In those days, prison was not the greatest punishment. Community judgment was. And once a community turned its back on you, you were already finished. Before Nigeria had police stations, courtrooms, judges, or prisons, justice did not belong to the government. It belonged to the people. In traditional Nigerian societies, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Tiv, Ibibio, Edo order was maintained not by force, but by fear of disgrace, shame, and spiritual consequences. You did not fear being arrested. You feared being judged by those who knew your name, your parents, and your lineage. Because when a community judged you guilty, there was nowhere to run. Justice began at the family level. If a child stole, lied, or disrespected elders, the family answered first. But when an offense affected the wider community, adultery, theft, murder, land disputes, betrayal, it went beyond the family. It became a community matter. Elders gathered, witnesses spoke, oaths were sworn, truth was not rushed. In Igbo land, village assemblies, often under ancient trees, listened carefully. In Yoruba towns, councils of elders and chiefs debated openly. In the north, respected title holders and religious authorities mediated. There were no lawyers, no technicalities, no hiding behind grammar, only reputation, history, and truth. If found guilty, punishment did not always mean beating or banishment. Sometimes, the punishment was worse. You were allowed to leave but not belong. You could no longer speak in gatherings, represent your family, lead any activity, be trusted. Your name became a warning. People whispered when you passed. Elders avoided eye contact. Women pulled their children away. You were alive, but socially dead. And in societies where survival depended on community, this was devastating. In many Nigerian cultures, shame was deliberate. A thief might be forced to return stolen items publicly. An adulterer could be paraded or made to confess. A liar could be stripped of titles and honor. But the real punishment came after. Long after the crowd dispersed. Markets refused to sell to you. Neighbors avoided your compound. No one came to help during sickness. Even during funerals, your presence felt unwelcome. This was not cruelty, it was discipline. Justice was not just social, it was spiritual. Many judgments were sealed with oaths before shrines, deities, or ancestors. Breaking community laws was believed to attract illness, madness, barrenness, sudden death, generational curses. Whether these consequences were spiritual or psychological, people believed deeply, and belief was enough. A guilty conscience alone could destroy a person. Prison separates you from society temporarily, but community judgment separated you forever. There was no release date, no appeal, no record expungement. Your children carried the shame. Your family lost respect. Your lineage suffered. A man could survive prison, but losing honor in the eyes of your people that followed you to the grave. When the British arrived, they misunderstood this system. They believed justice required courts, punishment required confinement, authority required force. They introduced prisons. At first, many Nigerians were confused. Some elders asked, why lock a man away where he will learn nothing and return unchanged? Communities noticed something troubling. Prison removed shame. It removed accountability. It removed the community's power. A man could commit a crime, serve time, and return with no apology. To traditional societies, this felt dangerous. Colonial officers often complained, people fear elders more than police. And it was true. Some criminals confessed not because of prisons, but because they feared facing their community. Others escaped prisons, but returned voluntarily to face village judgment. Because running meant permanent exile. Community judgment worked because everyone knew everyone. Our reputation was everything. Survival was collective. Shame had real consequences. There were no anonymous cities, no hiding behind strangers. Your name was your identity. Lose it, and you lost everything. Modern systems brought progress, but something was lost. Today, prison is temporary, shame is short lived, accountability is distant, communities are fragmented, strangers live beside strangers. But once justice lived in the hearts of the people, not perfect, not gentle, but powerful. When community judgment was more feared than prison, people thought twice before wrongdoing. Not because of fear of arrest, but fear of losing belonging. And maybe the real question is not, was the old system better? But this, what happens to a society when no one fears losing honor anymore?